Welcome to the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation podcast hosted by me, Michaela J. Get ready to dive into an action-packed, bougie-based, and spiritually guided experience on all things manifesting your next level Lux life. Let's go. Hey, gorgeous. Welcome back to the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation podcast with your girl. It is I, the Michaela J, here to teach you how to manifest your next level Lux life. Happy Wednesday. I am officially back from Costa Rica. Oh my gosh, what an amazing retreat. What an amazing time. And you guys, the turnaround time is actually insane because I am a goddamn superhuman. And tomorrow, one of my clients from Conscious Creator, my business building program, is actually coming to Austin for a VIP day together. So I am so excited. I have the most fun day planned. We're doing a full-blown content shoot for her. She's launching her brand. We are coming in the studio. Wink, wink. We're coming in the studio. We're going to eat at my favorite restaurants here, and we're just going to vibe. We're going to map out how she's going to be making her next 6 figures in business. It's just going to be so iconic. I am really excited. So if you don't follow me on Instagram already, what are you doing? Because I've been in Costa Rica. You want to see the Costa Rica content, but also you can tune into our VIP day. I'm at the Michaela J over on Instagram. And while we're at it, while we're on a good little promo going, we have the pre-sale going on right now for my brand new program, The Manifestation Effect. The pre-sale pricing is only available for a few more days. I know we've been talking about it. I know you've heard about it. I know you've thought about it. I know you've looked at the link. I can see the number of views on the link. Okay. I know you've been eyeballing it. So there's only a few days left for you to save over $500. The Manifestation Effect is the new version of my signature program, the MMM Method. And this program is all about having your mindset and your aligned actions create instant results for you. This is not just a program. This is not just a course. This is a manifestation system. Okay. You're over downloading fucking TikTok hacks and random rituals and random ass journal prompts. You want a manifestation system that is going to work for you over and over and over again for every new up level, all of the time, for all of your identities, for all of your manifestations. And I've created a full system that you now get to plug and play for the rest of your life. Okay. It is going to be so epic. When you join, you get instant access to the MMM Method training library to dive into all of those juicy trainings. And then in late April, we are dropping the new modules. I am so pumped. You are going to be blown away by these modules. And when you join during pre-sale, you're getting 2 bonus Q&A coaching calls with me inside of the group. Okay. So make sure that you jump in so you can come live and hang out with us for the Q&A. All right. The link for that is in the show notes, but you can always message me on Instagram as well. Now, let's have a conversation today. We're going to be talking about playing it small. I might call you out a little bit. This is the call out. This is the wake up call that you need to have around playing it small. If you are serious about quantum leaping and you are serious about really cracking the code to living your dream life and making your luxury manifestations just a normal Tuesday, literally like a normal fucking Tuesday, then we have to stop playing it small. Playing it small is keeping you bored. It's keeping you exhausted and it makes you uninspired. All right. Now, the first thing I want to tackle here is a lot of times we think that we are just so exhausted from our lives that we can't possibly fathom giving out more energy for another up level, implement something else in our life and go do another activity, like put energy elsewhere. We're like, I'm already so tired from work and my social battery is so drained. I'm so exhausted. And I didn't get good sleep. We have every excuse under the sun for our reasons of playing it small, basically. And I want to challenge that thought for you today. I want to challenge you in the idea of your exhaustion, that your exhaustion is actually because you're just tired of not doing the shit you want to be doing. You're spending your day doing things that you don't want to be doing, and you're also not prioritizing doing the things you do want to do. And it's making you really tired. You're tired of how you're living your life. You're tired of how you're spending your time. You're tired of coming up with excuses as to why you can't do what you want. You're tired of holding yourself back. And honestly, you're tired of playing it fucking small. You really are. And you're not calling it that, but I will, because I love you and I want you to break through. You're tired of playing it small. You're tired of not prioritizing yourself, your goals, your dreams, your money manifestations, your business ideas, your podcast ideas, your fitness goals, your travel goals, the friendships you want to have. You're just ignoring them, settling for what's in your life right now, and then saying you're so tired. You're like, I can't even imagine adding this in. Like, I'm just so tired with what I've got going right now. No, you're tired of your own bullshit, and you're tired of not spending your time on the things you want to be doing. And when we actually carve out the time to do these things and take action, our energy instantly increases. Because now you are giving back to yourself. Right now, you're just taking away all of your energy. You're giving everything away to energy takers, and there's no energy givers. When you do the things that you genuinely want to be doing, you're giving yourself energy. If you want to be going to a Pilates class in the morning, but right now you're not doing it for whatever excuse you can probably come up with and tell me about, the moment you say, fuck those excuses, I'm doing it anyways, and you go to your first Pilates class, you will notice how much energy you have. When you realize like, oh, my whole Pinterest board is a Pilates matcha princess gal, like her house is like so clean girl aesthetic. It's literally clean. She's making a little matcha at home. Like, man, I want that, but I can't have that because insert boring excuse here, which your excuses are boring, by the way. Love you though. The moment you get over that shit, and you buy some goddamn matcha from the store and you get a cute little Pilates princess outfit. And even if you only do Pilates in your living room, you will have so much more energy.
I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
At Capella University, you can learn at your own pace with our FlexPath learning format. Take 1 or 2 courses at a time and complete as many as you can in a 12-week billing session. With FlexPath, you can even finish the bachelor's degree you started in 22 months for $20,000. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu. Fastest 25% of students. Cost varies by pace, transfer credits, and other factors. Fees apply.
This episode is brought to you by Walmart. New beauty is in bloom at Walmart, and it's all about springtime radiance. From Drybar, Tula Skincare, and hundreds more available online, Walmart has the premium brands you want and this season's on-trend products for flawless, glossy hair and hydrated skin. Big name beauty brands? Check. The things you love? Check. Find trending spring beauty and all you need to look and feel gorgeous at Walmart, on app and online.
And you think, oh, well, like now I have to add in Pilates, and now I have to add in making a matcha, and now I have to add in extra cleaning and like blah, 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 whatever. No, those things aren't going to take energy. They're going to give you energy. A long time ago, I went through a phase where I thought I was too busy for hot girl walks. And I'm talking like years ago, okay? I went through the first year of 75 Hard, the first time I completed the Live Hard year. Fell in love with walking. It made my mental health so clear. I was like shedding fat like crazy. Like I just felt so good. I was so inspired. And then I went through a phase where I was like, oh, I'm just like too busy. There's too much going on. There's too much going on at home. There's too much going on in the business. There's too much, blah, 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 all these boring fucking excuses, not making time for my walks. And then I was so exhausted all the time because that was my favorite way to insert self-care in the middle of my day. So the moment I got over that excuse and I was like, fuck it, every day at 2 p.m., I'm going to go on a walk and I'm going to carve out not only a little walk, but 2 hours of walking. And I can multitask. I can be on the phone. I can take work calls. I can do whatever I want to do. 2 hours in the afternoon. I forced it into my schedule. I instantly had more energy and I had so much more time than I thought I did. But we play it small and we play the blame game and we say we're so exhausted. I don't have energy. I don't have time. Again, blaming something else outside of us And then we're super unhappy because we're playing it small. We're just doing the regular schmegular and we're bored as fuck. That's why you're exhausted. And you might think that you're, taking big steps, big leaps of faith, getting outside of your comfort zone, doing things that stretch you, but you're not doing things that light a fire under your ass. Okay. So here's the deal. When we're talking about playing it small, we need to be lighting a fire under our ass regularly. And I've been talking about batshit crazy action for a long time now, over a year. And one thing that I noticed further on in my journey of taking batshit crazy action is after a while, nothing really felt batshit crazy. Nothing did. There would be things that I felt were out of my comfort zone. There would be things I was doing for the first time. There were challenges I had to overcome. But after a while, nothing really felt batshit crazy because I knew I could figure it out. I knew I could implement. I knew I could make it work. And I knew something was new, but it wasn't batshit crazy in the way that it made a shift in my identity. It shook me. It lit a fire under my ass. It was kind of like, okay, yeah, like, let's do this. This feels fun. This feels stretchy. Like, let's figure this out, but not like, holy fuck, we're going big. This is insane. I'm fucking crazy. I need to put in the work. Like, I'm ready to show up, like that level. And you're probably doing the same thing. You've been implementing the batshit crazy action. So you took some action steps that were really batshit crazy. And now you have normalized that level of batshit crazy action. Now it is normal for you to do new things. Now it is normal to invest in yourself in certain ways. Maybe that's getting ClassPass. Maybe that is buying a course, right? Maybe that is having a staycation. But like, what would really light a fire under your ass? What would light a fire under your ass right now? For me, I just made a huge investment in a one-on-one coach. As somebody who is a mentor and a course creator, it is so valuable to have a mentor and to take courses. Like I do that because I know the value in it and I know the value I bring, but I also see the value in mentorship and in courses. So I'm always buying programs. I'm always getting better at my skills. I'm always learning, always. But I have normalized buying courses. And then I normalized joining group programs. And then I normalized being a paid in full girly and like always paying in full. And then I normalized like getting, short-term like one-on-one coaching. And I recently just invested in a huge one-on-one coaching package that like literally choked me up a little bit. And I was like, wow, we're really stretching things. Oh my gosh, lit a fire under my ass. Because what starts as a batshit crazy action step, you normalize. That's what happens. And that's what you want because that's what's getting you to the next level. But now it's time to go to a new level. So maybe you've normalized investing in yourself in some way, shape, or form. Maybe right now for you, that's investing time in yourself. But now you need to take it up a notch. Now we need to play bigger. Now we need to go to the next level. For me, I normalized investing in a certain way, but I also normalized doing new things. Last year, I really went on a journey of like, let me do a bunch of shit for the first time. This is insane. And now doing new things is just a regular Tuesday for me. Like literally every week, I feel like I'm doing something new. And it's a challenge. There's a learning curve. There's things I'm learning, but that doesn't mean I'm playing it big. Now I'm in my comfort zone. It's new, it's stretchy, but it's still in my comfort zone. So this is the wake-up call that you need. If you're feeling really exhausted, it's probably because you're playing it small. You're doing a lot of shit you don't want to be doing. It's making you tired because you're literally bored of doing shit that you don't want to be doing. So what are you not doing that you want to be doing? And don't make any excuse and figure it out. What do you need to be doing to activate yourself, to light a fire under your ass? Because like I said, the things that you were doing 6 months ago that were batshit crazy actions then, it's just a normal month for you now. It's a normal Tuesday. It's a normal text, a normal email, a normal phone call that you have on a Thursday morning grabbing coffee. Like we normalize things so quickly when we are jumping out of our comfort zone because you leap, you deal with it, you win, you learn, you have challenges, you have inconveniences, you overcome them, and now you could do it again. And now you're used to doing new things. So where do we need to light a fire under your ass? All right. I also want to give you 4 signs that you are playing it small right now, because maybe you're listening to this and you're like, well, I feel like I'm stretching myself and I'm getting out of my comfort zone, but I feel really exhausted. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be adding on. Let me give you 4 signs that you're playing it small. Number 1, the conversations you're having are dull as fuck. Okay. So this could be with your partner. This could be with your family. This could be with your friends. This could be with yourself. I've gone through phases where, like, when I'm alone and like, I'm the type of person where I'm always talking to myself in my head. Like, there's a constant dialogue. Like, I'll literally think like, this is a boring ass thought. This is a boring train of thoughts. Like, this is not the vibe. If your conversations have been feeling really dull lately, you're probably playing it small, because when you're going big, you're going all in on yourself, you're lighting a fire under your ass regularly, you're making things happen against all odds, against time, against responsibilities, like against everything. Okay. Because that's what truly starts to happen. Your conversations are vibrant, they're lively, they're hilarious, they're expansive, they give you energy, they're going to expand you. So if you're having a lot of dull conversations, then we need to audit your energy and start adding in things that you want to be doing. The times that I feel really tired and I recognize I'm playing small, my conversations kind of fizzle out because I'm not doing anything that really expands me, that lights that fire under my ass. So I'm talking about things that it feels dull because I've talked about these things a million times, that they once were maybe expansive conversations. Maybe they're still mindful, they're still intentional, but you've had these conversations a million times. So now it's dull. Now it's normalized. That's a sign you're playing it small. Number 2, the second sign that you're playing it small is that you're manifesting the same things. And I mean this in 2 ways. 1, you manifest the same shit over and over and over again. And 2, you are actively in the process of wanting and manifesting the same thing over and over and over again. Like, let's say you hit a 10K month in your business and you're manifesting 10K month, 10K month, 10K, like over and over and over again. You're playing it small. If you are getting the same thing time and time and time again, then you're not lighting a fire under your ass. You're not expanding yourself. You're not being big. You're not going full out. That's why you're getting the same thing over and over and over again, because you're in the same energy. This is going to be so gross. You're sitting in your bathwater. These are the examples I think of. You're sitting in your bathwater. That's why nothing is changing. Like, you might manifest the perfect parking spot over and over and over and over again, but you haven't manifested the dream car. You're manifesting 10K months over and over and over again, but you've never had a 20K month, 30K month, 40K month. Maybe you manifest going on dates all the time, and they're luxury dates. They're sending you an Uber Black. They're taking you to a fancy restaurant. You're getting a bottle of wine. Like, it's a full experience. Maybe they take you for a bougie experience. Maybe they take you on a trip, but it's not the one. And you just keep manifesting these same kind of dates and same kind of guys over and over and over again. It means you're playing it small. We have to tap into a bigger energy to start to shift your results. The third sign you're playing it small, we already touched on, and it's that things feel like a challenge or a stretch to you, but they no longer activate you. You know how you feel when you're super activated, when you're on and you're motivated and you wake up every day with like a little extra pep in your step, a little extra energy, a little extra like, holy shit, let's make this happen. Let's fucking go. I remember that's how I felt putting together the podcast live last year in the live tour. It was like, let's fucking go. Let's figure this out. This is crazy. This is amazing. This is going to be insane. Pep in the step, right? That's you being activated. That's you playing big. And then there's going to be phases where something stretches you. Like for me, I was in a phase where I was a paid in full girly for programs, like in talking about investing in myself. Okay. And so I had already normalized taking courses and signing up for high ticket things. And then I was always paying in full, and I was this pay in full girly. But then I was like, oh yeah, this is a stretch. Like, I didn't expect to spend X amount today, but like, here we go. I know this is for me. And it's just like a stretch. It's not like, holy shit, this is crazy. This is insane. This is going to make me move. This is going to change my life. This is going to change everything. This is big. This is out there. This is different. So things start to feel like regular schmegular with a little like, oh, here we go. That's exactly how it felt for me. Here we go. But not like, holy fucking shit. I don't know about you, but I want to live a holy fucking shit kind of life. The plans that Austin and I have for travel in 2026 make me go, holy fucking shit. Like that is the feeling that I am now like chasing in my life. And not chasing is like, I don't chase, I attract kind of vibes. Like I'm not a chaser. Like I'm like doing everything in my power to intentionally feel that all the time. Always be playing full out, always be going big. You guys, the travel plans are fucking crazy.
Springfest at Lowe's means can't miss savings for your home and lawn. Right now, buy 3 bags, get 3 free on Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil. Plus, buy 2, get 1 free on select exterior paint and stain via mail-in rebate. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/16, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last, selection varies by location. See rebate form for complete list of eligible products. Offer excludes clearance and mist tints and can't be combined with any other offer, promotion, discount, or coupon.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Wow, this house is cute. But can I really get in the game in this economy? I do have savings, and I am responsible-ish. I should bury it. I'm being wild. But what if I'm not being wild, though? Could I actually score a...
Kick off your home buying journey with Zillow's new BuyAbility tool. It makes it easy to find out what you can afford, so you can get off the bench and onto the playing field with confidence. Check your BuyAbility, only on Zillow.
And that's how I want to feel about everything in my life. That's how you should be feeling about everything. And when you don't feel that way, you're playing it small. And the fourth sign that you're playing it small right now is one that you're definitely going to resonate with. I think we've all been at this point in our lives, is your days start to feel like a blur. You can't recall your day. Maybe your bestie's like, what'd you do this week? And you're like, I actually don't know. Like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do this week? Or how was your night? Like, what'd you get up to on Friday night? Oh my God, I don't even think anything. Like they just become a blur. And the specific thing I want to touch on here is there's no new memories. Okay. One of my friends came to town to visit me. And if somebody were to ask me like, what'd you do last weekend? I'd be like, oh my gosh, I had the best weekend. My friend was in town. We went paddle boarding. We went on a 2-hour-long walk. We went to the Coach Stores coffee shop. We went to this swim club, this place called Swim Club. It's at a hotel and they had this hot tub full of floaties. It wasn't even water. Like I would have all of these things to tell you because I am actively making memories and going big and going all out, even when a friend's like visiting town for the weekend. And that's just one example. Like I could tell you that for a normal weekend. Like for my upcoming Saturday, I have a full me day. Austin works on Saturdays and we have plans in the evening, but the whole day is for me. And I can already tell you part of my plans. I'm getting a facial. I'm getting a 90-minute massage. I'm going to go buy myself flowers. I'm going to get my favorite coffee downtown, even though it's out of the way because I don't give a fuck. Like I have all of these things planned because I'm going big. I'm going all out for myself. I'm treating myself. I'm not letting the day just pass me by doing the regular schmegular. And there was a phase where I felt like I was just in the regular schmegular because I thought like, oh yeah, I'm constantly doing this batshit crazy action, but really I was just doing action steps that were now normal to me. Now it's like as normal as going to the grocery store. So then things would feel like such a blur. So if you're listening to this and you're like, shit, okay, I'm definitely playing it small. Like nothing's lighting a fire under my ass. My days are kind of a blur. Like my conversations are boring as fuck. Nothing's exciting me anymore. Like if you're identifying that and you're like, I do feel tired all the time. Like, okay, what do I do, Michaela? Now I get it. And especially if you're manifesting the same things over and over and over again, or you have the same things on your vision board over and over and over again, I want to give you a couple of ideas of how you can start playing bigger, how you can start shifting this energy in your life starting today. Number one is I want you to get reprioritized in your life. Priorities are such a game changer for grounding you in what's important, but also helping you refocus your energy. At any point in time, I have 3 priorities. I only prioritize 3 categories at a time, or else it just feels like everything is a priority, which means nothing is a priority. So right now, my top 3 priorities are innovation in my work. So always innovating what I'm doing, hence the rebrand of the Manifestation Effect. Okay. Innovation, fitness. I've been all up in the gym, all up in my weightlifting girly era. And let me say, I was looking in the mirror earlier, my quads are popping. Booty was popping at leg day this morning. So it's working. And 3 is fun. I'm spending more time creating more memories. The perfect example is the solo day I have planned. When my friend was in town, we were doing a lot more adventure-y things. In the past, I'm such a homebody. I would have been like, let's cook at home. Let's watch a good movie. And this time I was like, nope, we're going out every day. We have not like going out partying, but like going out, having excursions, doing activities, like having fun. So when you realize you've been playing it small, reprioritize your life. Maybe you set priorities at the beginning of the year that you haven't really been honoring, or honestly, just maybe you forgot about them, weren't really thinking about them. Go back to your priorities. What are the top 3 things most important to you right now? Get realigned with those. And then that leads me to my next tip. Tip number 2 is get recommitted out of what you want out of life. For me, when I realized I was playing it small for like a month, I was like, what am I committing to? Like, what am I signing myself up for? And if I continue to play it small, like what check am I writing myself? Because your actions every single day, your mindset every day, your energy every day is writing your future paychecks. So what check am I writing myself later if I'm continuing to play it small and recommitting to my goals and stretching the goals even further? Number 3 is I want you to get back into your learning era, okay? Which could be something like joining the Manifestation Effect, really learning how you can have a manifestation system that works for you over and over and over again, learning more how to optimize your life, rewire yourself for instant results. This could be you getting a new book. This could be you learning something new, like a new skill. Maybe you want to go horseback riding. Maybe you want a tennis lesson. You want to learn a new language. Like get back in your learning era and do something that's so out there. If you take courses and normally you do a payment plan, be a paid in full girly for the first time. Stretch yourself. If you are really afraid of horses, go take a horseback riding class. Like do something that is like so holy fucking shit that will wake you up. And bonus points, again, if you tie it into learning, okay? Maybe buying a book isn't so holy fucking shit, but it gets you back into your learning. That's going to re-inspire you and it's going to spice up your conversations. Because if you're feeling like your conversations are getting really dull, you're talking about the same things over and over and over again, then we need to invite in some new knowledge, new energies, new perspectives, and that's going to help you go bigger. It starts as something as simple as a book, and what makes it a holy fucking shit is you implementing things you learned from the book. Going into tip number 4 is I want you to make a new schedule for yourself. All of these you can actually do in order. You decide your new priorities. You recommit to what you want out of life, what your goals are, what are you tackling this year. Then you're going in, you're doing something new. You're joining a program, you're buying a new book, you're testing out a new activity, you're learning a new language, and then you're going to schedule everything. Schedule it all. Put it in the Google Calendar. Listen to my Google Calendar episode and I talk about how I map out my calendar to fit into my manifestations. This helps you play big because you say, hey, this is my priority. I'm fucking committing. This is the resource that I have invested in, and this is how I'm fitting it in my calendar. This is how I'm going to make sure I'm consistent. This is how I'm going to show up. I refuse to self-sabotage. It's in the calendar. It's getting done. Set aside that time for yourself. Set aside that time for you to go big, for you to honor your goals, for you to take things to the next level, because you're playing it small by just letting your time pass by. That's when our days feel like a blur. But when you set aside that time, maybe it's once a week, maybe it's a little bit of time every single day, you're going to remember those memories, those new leaps outside of your comfort zone at the end of the week, the end of the day, and your time's going to stop feeling like such a blur because you're prioritizing making memories. Which leads me into tip number 5, start doing the things you want to be doing. Like we talked about at the beginning of this episode, you're exhausted because you're not actually doing the things you want to do. You're not spending the time in the ways you want to be spending your time. Remember that making memories are manifestations in themselves. Years ago, I really wanted to host a tea party. I still think about it. I still talk about it. I still look at the photos. It was such a core memory for me, and that was a manifestation. I wanted to have friends and family and a beautiful beautiful time and to host a tea party that was fully vegan. And I got to do that. It was a core memory for me. So make sure you're creating new memories, making sure that you're actually going out and living your life and enjoying yourself, because that's when we feel like we are alive again. That's why we do all of this mindset work on ourselves, so we can have a life that we love. So don't forget that memories are manifestations too, and that you can take those to the next level. If every time you hang out with your friends, you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, that's you playing it small there. Maybe your conversations aren't dull, but what you do every time you hang out's dull. If you guys are always sitting on the couch, binging Netflix and eating ice cream, like, I don't think that's exactly what your next level self would be doing. Maybe your next level self would do a boat day, or you would go try a new restaurant, or you would go make candles, or you do a wine and paint night. Like, there's so many other things that you could do that would take things to the next level and inspire you to go big. And the last thing that I want to give you as a tip for you to start playing bigger, ditch playing it small, ditch the comfort zone, is creating an alter ego version of yourself who's always playing it big. She's the most courageous. She's the most confident. She's the most certain. She's the most badass. She's the baddest bitch. She's on top of her game. She's always crushing it. Like, this is your next level self. Redefining your next level self as this second version of you, and tap into her energy every day. Maybe you give her a nickname. So like for me, my name's Michaela, obviously, but oftentimes I go by MJ. Like, MJ is this alter ego that I'm always stepping into. And I did that so many times, it became who I was, and my entire life popped off. So if you feel like you can't get behind this bigger version of yourself right now, literally create a new version of yourself, an alter ego version of yourself who is all of the things you want to be, and embody her daily. Let's say your name is Grace and your alter ego is going to go by like Gigi or something like spicy, something like bougie. And Gigi, she's a bad bitch. She wakes up at 5 a.m. She's making her bed. She gets her workout in. Her phone's on do not disturb all the time. She's always in a matching set. She always looks put together. She is fierce. She is fearless. She's the best friend ever. She's the one suggesting the most fun activities in your friend group. Her house looks like Pinterest threw up. Like, have that as your alter ego and literally focus on embodying her every single day. Set up your calendar like her, do activities that she would, and put yourself in that mindset. I love thinking about the next level self because I'm always elevating into that. But sometimes literally just having an alter ego that's like a clone of you right now, just doing different things, can feel easier to get behind. And that's the version of you who's playing it big. You guys, I literally just had an alarm go off that says, I radiate abundance. It was one of my affirmation alarms. I love that. That was happening mid-podcast episode at 444. Amazing. Love that. But sometimes it's so nice to have this alter ego that's just like copy paste you now, because you can get behind that right now. And if that's what works for you, that's what works for you. You've got to shed this current identity that you're in, where you're playing it small and you're staying comfortable and you're staying in your comfort zone. Because again, what you're doing now, what you're thinking now, your energy now is writing your paychecks later. So what check do you want to be writing yourself? We talked a lot in this episode about a lot of different things. So I just want to remind you that if you realize or feel like you're playing it small right now, things are feeling dull, you're not feeling inspired, you're not feeling excited, that's okay. We go through those phases, then really lean into these tips that I'm giving you. And I would highly suggest you join the Manifestation Effect, because I'm going to give you a system that is repeatable for every single up level, so you don't have to go through a phase where you're playing it small and you're getting comfortable, because you're always going to be recalibrating and upgrading your identity alongside other women that are doing the same. Okay. So if you want to join us inside of the Manifestation Effect, make sure that you head to the link in the show notes or message me over on Instagram to get the link. I would love to see you inside, and I can't wait to celebrate you. Don't forget to share this episode. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinions. I want to know what you're doing to spice things up. Tag me over on Instagram at @MichaelaJ if you share it over there, and I will talk to you on Monday. Bye. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to leave a 5-star rate and review. I love hearing your takeaways and wins from the podcast in the review section, so don't forget. Love you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.